everyone. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, namaste, or however you like yourselves to be greeted. I hope everyone is doing fine and good. So, good afternoon. Um, First of all, thank you to each and every one of you for being here with us today. We are pleased to welcome you to another community prayer. I invite everyone from all different faith backgrounds or people who do not associate with any to be comfortable and to be part of us today. We will begin with the recitation of Quran. It is one of the surahs like Muslims believe that is like good for anxiety and depression, and because it has a lot of those messages that God is near and he's compassionate. So yeah, I'll start with that recitation of Quran. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والضحى والليل إذا سجى ما ودعك ربك وما قلى وللآخرة خير لك من الأولى ولسوف يعطيك ربك فترضى ألم يجدك يتيما فآوى ووجدك ضالا فهدى ووجدك عائلا فأغنى فأما اليتيم فلا تقهر وأما السائل فلا تنهر وأما بنعمة ربك فحدث. Wait, I have to share my screen. So the translation goes as, by the morning sunlight and the night when it covers with darkness, your Lord has not abandoned you, nor he has become hateful of you. And the next life is certainly far better for you than this one. And surely your Lord will give you so much to you that you will be pleased. Did he not find you as an orphan and sheltered you? Did he not found you unguided and then guided you? And did he not find you needy and satisfied your needs? So do not oppress the orphan, and as for petitioner, do not repel him, and proclaim the blessings. Thank you. I think now it's like Michael will lead us to meditation practice. So I think I can, yeah, Michael, you can go ahead.
Okay. Just pop up on my screen. Okay, welcome everybody. For my meditation today, it's called Dropping into the Present Moment and the guided meditation. So I'm just gonna, if everybody can just settle into a comfortable position, ground your feet, relax your shoulders and hips. What is the present moment? The present moment is the one where you're in right now. It's before the future happens, and it's once the past has passed. Sometimes we need to be reminded of the present moment, to let go of the day's stress and thoughts that keep us awake at night. This is where the breath comes in, because you can't breathe a past breath and you can't breathe a future breath. And so this practice invites you to gently drop into the here and now, and to let go of thoughts that keep you from easing into relaxation. As you come to understand that there is only now that matters, you begin to drop into the present moment. You will become able to tune out the thoughts that distract your rest. The past memories of the day and the future concerns of tomorrow do not have a place in this moment. This moment is to create space for relaxation. So begin to find a comfortable position in your chair. Like I said, ground your feet, relax your shoulders and hips. And when you're all settled in, if you're comfortable, I invite you to close your eyes and come into the darkness. That darkness is always a safe space. We are going to start by taking 3 deep breaths. On the count of 4, you will breathe in, hold, and then breathe out on a count of 6. The reason we do this, by gently holding our breath and exhaling for longer than we inhale, we begin to trigger the relaxation response and allows your body to enter a deep state of serenity and relaxation. And so let's begin. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once again, breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One last time, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathing is a 3-step process. You inhale what your body needs to sustain. You hold on to what's important. And you allow yourself to let go of what you do not need. As you begin to return to your normal breathing pattern, settle into this moment, this here and now. Breathe on your own terms, at your own pace. And consider for a moment that this present moment is a gift. The moment you are giving yourself to relaxation now, to be fully present with your breath. And consider for a moment that every breath is a gift. Gratitude softens the heart. It makes us more present to what is happening to us in the present moment. And gratitude for each moment offers another gift. It gently invites us to become more accepting, to resist less the situations that are out of our control. And so in this moment, to be simply here and enjoy the flow of your natural breath. Notice the rise and fall of your body as you breathe. You're gently breathing in and you're gently breathing out. Slowly begin to bring movement back into your body. Slowly open your eyes. Readjust your shoulders, your hips, wiggle your fingers and your toes. And remember, you can only focus on the present in order to truly appreciate your mental state. And always remember, breathing is a gift and slowing down is the way to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Also, I forgot to play a music song before that, but we can go right now and then we can move further. So, yeah. So the theme for today's community prayer is social media and mental health, as you all know. And social media is something that is part of our day-to-day life and has affected us in one way or another. Michelle Federer uh, brings a wealth of experience in recruitment and admission to her role Prior to moving to Connecticut in early 2020, she was senior international admissions counselor at Robert Morris University, Pennsylvania. During her years at RMU, she handled graduate and undergraduate recruitment and admissions for domestic and international students. She managed records, determined eligibility for admissions, and developed strategies to break into the new markets. Her responsibilities included attracting and enrolling students from new markets in China, Nepal, Zimbabwe, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, and other countries. Michelle values and develops strong relationships across a myriad of university offices and with external constituencies. She also worked in admissions office at her alma mater, Pitt University, where she earned a bachelor's degree in Chinese language and literature with a minor in religious studies. And Michelle would be our speaker today, so I would hand over to Michelle.
Thank you. So I actually chose the song for today. That's one of my favorite musicians, Jonathan Jones. I love that song because it helps me when I feel very depressed. Morning Light, helps you get through for the next day. If you're feeling down, depressed, you have the strength to get into the next day. There's always a new day. That's why I really like that song. I sing along to that song when I feel depressed. So I really wanted to share that with you. The one thing I want to do is I want to read a poem for you. It's called Fear by Carson, and it really dives into the feeling of anxiety. So I'll read that to you right now. I fear the vast dimensions of eternity. I fear the gap between the platform and the train. I fear the onset of a murderous campaign. I fear the palpitations caused by too much tea. I fear the drawn pistol of a referee. I fear the books will not survive the acid rain. I fear the ruler and the blackboard and the cane. I fear the jabberwock, whatever it might be. I fear the bad decisions of a referee. I fear the only recourse is to plead insane. I fear the implications of a lawyer's fee. I fear the gremlins that have colonized my brain. I fear to read the small print of the guarantee. And what else do I fear? Let me begin again. That poem really resonates with me because I've been suffering with anxiety since childhood. Now, as I've gotten older, it hasn't gotten any easier. In fact, it's only gotten worse. And I also deal with depression and other diagnosed mental health issues. Recently, I was diagnosed with bipolar 1 disorder with mixed features. That means that I get manic and depressed at the exact same time, which is kind of scary. I also suffer from PTSD and panic disorder. Social media doesn't make dealing with these any easier, and that's what I wanted to discuss today. It's ironic that social media is this construct that's meant to bring people together, but it causes more isolations and issues regarding mental health. And it's important to discuss the impact of mental health issues due to social media, because a lot of people do not talk about this openly. So I'm glad that we are discussing this. What are some of these impacts? There's feelings of inadequacy. Social media is typically a space in which people tend to share highlights of their lives, new job promotion, marriage, birth of a child, big life events, people going on vacation, doing all these amazing things. Low points are very rarely discussed. Usually people are constantly going to school or going to work, going home, constantly repeating, you have constant repetition in your life, you're not doing anything great. And you see all these people doing all these amazing things. And you get this feeling of envy and dissatisfaction and jealousy. You start getting anxious and you're feeling that your life isn't as great as everyone else's. You're seeing everyone's happy and you're feeling miserable. And eventually you're starting to get depressed and you feel like your life's completely worthless. There's also the fear of missing out. The constant flow and availability of information can intensify the feeling of missing out. This can compel people to feel they can't afford the opportunity of missing out of any alert on their phone. You can take risks doing this. You lose sleep. You're checking your phone while you're driving because you get a notification. You live through the internet instead of having real world interactions with people. There's also that feeling of wanting all these likes of posts and photos, or wanting to be viral. And then you get that anxious feeling. And then you get that feeling of worthlessness if people aren't liking your posts or your photos. You also get that feeling of loneliness and isolation. Studies show that there's high usage of social media platforms actually increase the feelings of loneliness and isolation. While on the contrary, less usage improves overall well-being of making you feel less lonely, because you're actually dissociating. You're constantly scrolling on your phone, looking at your phone. Like, sure, you can talk to people on here, you can message people on here, but you're not actually having a conversation. You put your phone down, you're talking to people. You're not feeling lonely because you're actually having a one-on-one conversation with somebody. That's when you're not feeling lonely. And then the worst one is cyberbullying, hateful comments regarding life, your appearance, family, etc. This has extreme detrimental effect on anyone. I'll talk about my own experiences. Back when Star Wars: The Force Awakens came out, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. A lot of people know this. I saw the movie 5 times in the theater, so I was so excited. I remember a celebrity posted something, I think on Instagram, and I commented, I was like, oh my goodness, I saw the movie 5 times. I was so excited. And all these men, because nerd culture is very men heavy. Since I was a woman, told me, oh, why don't you get a trophy? You should kill yourself. Oh, you're the stupid woman, Star Wars fan. You don't know anything about Star Wars. You should kill yourself. To me. All because I was so excited about a movie. I was mortified. I completely removed the comment. Like, my heart's sinking right now just thinking about it. Another one that happened to me was I made some comment like 2 years ago, and this girl said that my eyebrows were toxic. And I couldn't believe it. And all these other girls were laughing, commenting, agreeing with her. I was so terrified. I completely removed the comment. Like, I constantly started looking in the mirror. I was talking to my sister, like, are my eyebrows really that bad? I suffer from thyroid issues, so I lose hair, and part of that's eyebrow hair. So I have to constantly draw my eyebrows. I actually went and got like my eyebrows reshaped and like tinted and things like that. And to this day, like, I still like spend conscious effort trying to make sure my eyebrows look okay. And I'm actually thinking about getting them microbladed still to this day because of that. All this type of stuff can cause anxiety and depression, myself included still. That's a lot of issues with social media, causing a lot of mental health issues. This can also cause physical impacts, including sleep issues. You're not sleeping at night because of social media, keeping you up at night, you're constantly on your phone, or you're anxious about something because of something that happened on social media. You get weakness and ability to focus, trouble concentrating. You're also getting anxiety and depression symptoms, restlessness, irritability, feelings of worry, tension, and fatigue. You get all these types of physical symptoms because of the mental health issues that social media can cause. What are some signs that can affect mental health that you can kind of notice? That you're spending more time on social media rather than being in the real world or being with your friends and family. You're unfavorably comparing yourself to others and losing your self-worth. Distractions from work, school, etc. Or you have no time for self-reflection, reflecting on who, what, why you are the way you are, versus, filling the void of social media. Take some time, just think of who you are rather than just constantly scrolling on your phone and not thinking. Like, you need to have your own self-talk. How can we address this? Maybe turn your phone off certain times of the day. If you're having dinner with family or friends, turn off your phone, put it away. Or if you're at work, turn it off, put it away. If you're at school, anytime you're having some type of social interaction, put it away. Don't bring it to bed. Give yourself maybe a half hour of screen-free time prior to bed to calm your mind. Read a book, Meditate. Meditating is awesome. Like Michael's meditation was amazing. Do something like that before bed. It's fantastic. Help with your sleep, help with your anxiety. Do that. Disable notifications. Mute your phone, remove all your notifications. That's a huge help. Also limit checking your phone. There are apps out there that can help you from keeping, you know, your platforms. You can limit checking your phone. They'll actually lock them. Those are available. You can have that too. I also want to talk about the positives of social media. I don't want this to all be negative. There is the ability to stay connected and build relationships on social media. You know, social media makes the world feel smaller in a good way. You know, I live in another state away from friends and family. You know, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I'm in Connecticut. Social media keeps me connected to all of them. It's great. That's how I keep connected. You know, my best friend from college, she lives all the way in Florida. Yeah, we call and we text each other, but I can also keep in touch with her on social media. I also have friends all the way out on the West Coast. I keep in touch with them on social media as well. You also have the ability to learn new things and get information, stay informed regarding world events. This can build creativity and confidence. You know, I use social media to learn how to do makeup techniques. I did not learn how to do my amazing eyeshadow by myself. Thanks to social media, I was able to do that. I'm also learning how to develop photography skills. I took up a hobby on photography, you know, with photography. One of my friends back home, he's doing amazing photography. I reached out to him through social media, said, hey, I love your photography. Can you give me some tips? He said, absolutely. He also recommended I follow certain people on Instagram and certain YouTubers. So I've been using that as well. You can also find your voice in a world where it can be hard to find a place to speak your mind on social media. You also have the ability to spread news to your closest friends and families with less effort. You know, if you're engaged, going to have a baby, getting married, have a new job, or if you're moving away somewhere. You also have the opportunity to build your brand for your work or your own business. So there are great positive things with social media. So what are some takeaways? Social media has many tangible benefits, but like many other things, it contains cons as well. And like other forms of entertainment or distractions, it's best to be enjoyed in moderation. I'm still trying to learn that. You know, I think a lot of us are. It's important to be able to take a step away from the screen and reflect on yourself, see yourself truly, and not through the lens of social media. And that is the best way to know your own self-worth. That's what I'm learning myself. When someone can do this, it can take away the possibility for their mental health to be affected and look at themselves realistically, faults and all. The ability to be true to yourself is best available when not tarnished by overuse and negative aspects of social media. And also make sure to seek professional care if you feel that you're suffering from any kind of mental health issues. I highly, highly recommend that you do that. So I want you to reflect, and you can do this in chat. I want you to answer some questions. So how can you find ways to break the social media habit? And by doing this, what can you strengthen in your own life outside of social media? And then lastly, think of at least 3 things you are grateful for today. I make sure to do this when I'm feeling really down. And I do like to do this at least every day, at least 3 things. My examples are, I mute notifications on my phone, and I put my phone on silent mode unless it's absolutely necessary. And I took up nature photography so I can be outside more, enjoy the world more, and just simply be. And I've also gained my self-worth back. And I haven't had self-worth in over a decade. So that's huge for me. And I'd say that the 3 things that I'm grateful for today are my loved ones, definitely music. Right now, the music I'm listening to the Lumineers and Mumford & Sons on repeat, and I can't stop. I love it. And last but not least, I love Star Wars. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing and for being vulnerable with us. So I think it brings the the community prayer ends here, not just the session, but if you want to proceed forward with us, please join us for our what's that called? Coffee? No.
Interfaith Cafe.
Yeah, Interfaith Cafe. So yeah, thank you, everyone.